they don't resonate with you and who you are, then they're not a part of your group. And that's okay. It's okay because you need to step into who you are. And the more that you do that, the more you will truly be in that alignment of the mind, body, and soul and loving that life that you've created. And that life that you created can be anything.
Don't need you. Tell me what I can and can't do. I'm in charge of what I feel. It's just a game I play for fun, but I already.
Hi, my name is Amie. Like, comment, and subscribe to Lux Media Studios. They are awesome. Hi, my name is Amie. I am so excited to introduce you to my new show called Loving Your Life, Be Authentically You. This is an amazing show where we're going to talk about how you can actually step into your own authenticity. I think sometimes it's so hard for us to do that. And what is it? What does it really mean? I want to tell you a little bit about my journey as well, because my journey is what helped us or helped me to actually become more into my authentic self and to start really loving my life for what it is, without fear, without regret, without wondering what people are going to think about me, with just being me. So in this show, you never know what I'm going to say. You never know if it's going to be something that you're like, what? Because that's just who I am. And I'm going to be authentically myself. That is the key for this show. As well as we're going to have some amazing guests on this show. They're going to tell you how they've stepped into their authentic life and what they've done to create the life of their dreams, entrepreneurial, as well as just in their own right. So the reason that I am creating this show also is because I have been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. It was very hard for my children and I. I'm a mom, a single mom of 2 beautiful children, an 18-year-old daughter, true Istina, which is actually a singer-songwriter, as well as a son, John, who is 15, and he loves school and acting and all of that. And so it was very difficult when I was diagnosed a little over a year ago. It was something that we did not expect. I had no idea. The way it happened was out of the blue. And I had to go through this grieving process of how do I get through it in the most positive way for my children, for everybody involved, and also for my own sanity. Also, to really grasp life and understand what life really means. Is life all about the accolades? Is life all about what we have? No, life for me became about personal journeys and the people that inspire me and relationships. It became about love and all of that. And instead of going, woe is me, I was in a wheelchair, yes. I was in the hospital for over 3 weeks. And I will go more into detail exactly what happened in another episode, but I want to just give you the gist of what kind of happened to me. And through that process, I really learned that, again, what was most important and how I was going to get through it and how I needed to connect my mind, body, spirit, and my alignment to be able to say, I'm not going to just sit in bed and go, woe is me, I'm in pain, or I'm dying now. I was not going to do that. I was going to stand up and to say, no, this is my moment to create the life that I've envisioned. And loving your life, be authentically you, is something that I have always dreamed about doing, honestly, because it is so powerful to me to just be in your own self, to be you. It is so powerful. And so through that, I thought, no fear, no regrets, no nothing. And I'm going to step into being completely me. And so I went on TikTok and I started sharing the same stories on TikTok. And TikTok started going, oh my goodness. And I started helping people through their illnesses and through what they were going through, because it is really hard when you get hit with something like this. Your whole world changes. You're just like, okay, so now what? I'm going to die. I don't know what's going to happen. And do you either sit back and say, okay, life, take me? Or are you going to say, no, I'm going to step into my life now because I know I don't have much time. And we never know when our time is up. And that is the truth. But to step into our own self and to say, no, I'm not sure when this is. So every day, I'm going to be present. I'm going to be in the moment, and I'm going to love my life. I'm going to wake up in gratefulness. I'm going to say, thank you for allowing me to open my eyes. Thank you for not having me in the wheelchair that I was in, because I was in a wheelchair for a very long time. Thank you for not having the same pain that I had before. Thank you. And the more that you do that, the more that you start really stepping into your truth and who you are and loving life, because that's what life is about, is to love life. Loving life right there. Be authentically you. That is why I named this podcast Loving Your Life. And so I'm super excited to share that more in detail and what I've actually done to accomplish a lot of my mindset and how I've changed it and how I've just said, no, I'm not going to let this cancer take me. Yes. Do I still have stage 4 cancer? Yes. Do we still don't know what's really going on? Yes. Is it complex and complicated? Yes. But through that, I'm not letting that take me down. That does not define me, as well as other illnesses does not define you. You are special and you are unique. And who are you in your heart and soul? Who are you that you're going to say, no, I want a life that I'm going to love? Even if it looks like it's not the greatest, you can make it great, because it's how you feel and your mentality and what you think about, and how you really can believe something's going to happen even before you see it, which is another huge thing, which I can't wait to have another guest speaker on about that, because I believe believing before seeing is so amazing. It is about really trusting and having the faith that everything happens in the right time for the right reason. Did I want the cancer? No. Have I learned and I grown through it? Absolutely. Have I changed my mentality? Yes. Am I completely a new person? I feel that. And so that is why I really wanted to share this with you. There's been so many things in my life that I just cannot believe has even happened. I won on The Price is Right, and that's why I have little avocado earrings on, because that has this a part of the story. I have met people that I never thought I would meet and be introduced to. There has been so many blessings and so many things that have happened, creating self-love within myself. That was even before the cancer started. I was in a little self-love journey. So that is also stepping into being authentically yourself, not allowing all of the chitter chatter from all these other people to get into you and to change who you are. Who are you when you were 2 years old? I love doing that. I'm a music therapist too. That's my degree. And so talking to my clients about that, I think it is so powerful to say, they're like, well, this is who I am. And I said, well, they're like, this, like an illness or how they think or things like that. And I said, well, really, who are you when you were 2? Who are you honestly at that age? Or what would you tell your 2-year-old self? And they're like, wow, I would be this person, or I would do this, or be creative, or I would not think all of the negative thoughts that I think in my head. Why do you think that? Why do you judge yourself so hard? You don't judge your 2-year-old self. Why would you judge yourself? And taking away all of that chitter chatter and saying, that's enough. I'm not going to have that anymore. I want to live my life in who I am. I don't care what Joe Schmo or this other person is saying about me, because it's me. And believe me, if they don't resonate with you and who you are, then they're not a part of your group. And that's okay. It's okay, because you need to step into who you are. And the more that you do that, the more you will truly be in that alignment of the mind, body, and soul, and loving that life that you've created. And that life that you created can be anything. It can be a working, it can be a friendship, it can be a partnership. A little bit about that. Let's go into a little bit of that. I was married for about 18 years and I'm divorced. So like I said, I'm a single mom. So that was not an easy situation either. So we're going to talk, this whole podcast is going to be about so much, the gamut of our whole life journey, from partnerships to my cancer journey, to how I've worked through it, to other people sharing their incredible journeys and what they've done in their life, and how they just say that I'm going to step into this. That is the key. That is what I really want to share on this. And so I'm really, really excited to be doing this with you. And hopefully that if you have any questions for me ever, you can post them, you can share them with me. I would love to hear anything that you would like me to touch upon as well. Again, you just never know what's going to be said. And I absolutely love sharing joy with people and hopefully making you happy and making you laugh a little. If I don't know, sometimes I say something goofy. I love that too. There's some, okay, little bit of, let's do this funny thing. Okay. We're just going to do this for fun. So I have a special talent. Okay. And this is my special talent. It's actually bagging like a sheep. And I haven't even done this for many people. It's actually, I did this back in high school. And so I want to just, we're going to share with you what my sheep sound is like. Let's just laugh a little. This is me. This is who I am. So here we go. You ready? This is going to, yeah, okay. Here we go. That's my sheep sound. Yes, I'm very, very proud of that sheep sound, let me tell you. So this is what it's about, you guys. This is what this whole show is about. We're just going to have fun and to be ourselves. Let me see. There's a little bit more since this is a kind of an episode where I'm sharing a little bit about me.
Believing Before Seeing, a new bestseller by Candace Barr. Order your copy today.
I am also Croatian. My parents were actually born in Croatia. They were born on a little island, 5 miles by 5 miles with no cars. And my dad escaped communism back when he was 19 to Italy. And so they live there now after the whole pandemic. They moved there. And I've been there to visit. And my dad will be 90. My mom's 86. And so they're a very special part of my life. My mom has always been my best friend, and they're my rock, and I love them so much. And so that's a little bit of the heritage of what I have. I've also my degree, had a degree at Friends University in Wichita, Kansas as a Bachelor of Arts in Music. So I'm actually a singer. I play piano. Again, I'm a music therapist and all of that. And then I went to University of Miami in Florida. And in Florida, I got my degree there as well with music therapy. And so I had an amazing time where I just traveled and I loved it. Did an internship in Wisconsin where I actually met my ex, where we actually ended up getting married. And then I ended up going to some other states. So my life has been, I've always enjoyed my life, and everything I've done, I've always I've always, I don't know, just use it. It's a gift. Every little piece of it is a gift. And so now that, again, the diagnosis hit, it even is more of a gift, and I'm present a lot more. I don't remember half of the time when I first was diagnosed. My kids do. I don't. And I really now say, you know what, everything, even my daughter's hug and anything that I have is always a gift. And so my parents being in Croatia and my dad doing that for our family, escaping communism, all of that is a huge gift as well. And for them to set the standard for me, to really just to do what they want to do and love their life as well. And now living there on the island, they are happy as a clam and doing wonderful. And we'll actually be celebrating my dad's 90th birthday soon. So it's pretty exciting. But yeah, and between college, I actually went over to Croatia and studied for 6 months in an orphanage where I taught the children English. And when I taught them English, I was actually studying, and it was great. So I lived there for about 6 months and then got my language degree as well as a world culture degree and all of that while graduating college very fast because I had all of that extra degrees. So that, let's see, what else is there about me there? I've been on American Idol where I sang and my daughter was in her carrier. I've got a little bit of that. I have sang at weddings and funerals. I love it. I love learning. I'm always learning. I love learning through Tony Robbins. I love learning through podcasts and all of that. So I'm always growing. And I think that when you grow, you flourish. And when you don't, you literally can die. And that could also happen too in our mind. So just always growing and learning. So I can't wait to share more about all of the other things and like how my Price is Right happened and all of that, because those are some interesting stories that happened because I was in alignment with who I needed to be at the time. And then just how life can just take you down one moment, but it's what you do with it and how you really respond to that rather than letting it take you down. I think it's very easy for us to do that. And in life, if you do that, you'll just start spiraling and spiraling and spiraling. And then it's very hard to get back up. So it's very important that when something happens that you're just like, this is just an event. This just happened. And my cancer is an event. It's not me. It's an event. And so when things like happen, maybe I'm in more pain or I'm tired or things of that nature, or I hear the worst news from the doctor, it's an event. So how am I going to respond to that event rather than letting it just take me down and say, okay, I'm done. I'm done. Because I could absolutely do that, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stay here and I'm going to do this with you guys. And we are going to learn how to really love our lives and be authentically ourselves. So I can't wait for you to join me on this beautiful journey. And really, again, if you have any questions or want to know anything or anything that you want to hear about, just let me know. But this is the most authentic, real thing because this is just me. I'm Amie. That's who I am. Mom of 2 kids and just dealing with the stage 4 cancer. But again, that's not necessarily me. Thank you so much for joining me this week and tune in for next week. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below and message me. I would love to talk to you about anything you have because again, this is going to be a fun podcast. So join us next week.
Don't need you. Tell me what I can and can't do. I'm in charge of what I feel. It's just a game I play for